Bible says, either make the tree good and his fruits shall be good, or else make a tree corrupt and the fruit of that tree shall be corrupt. For by their fruits you shall know them. It is dangerous, Ama, to see somebody displaying bad fruits and you use the word nobody is perfect to make an excuse for them. And it's also dangerous to see somebody displaying good fruits and you take them for granted. For example, maybe you have a company and you're looking for who to employ, and you have two friends, and you see one displaying bad character with money, and you say nobody is perfect, and you employ him to manage your finance in the company. Meanwhile, you have a friend that's prudent with money, and you ignore him because the one that is bad with money is closer to you. Is very dangerous. This is why many lovers have made mistakes marrying the wrong people, because instead for them to be pointing out the fruit that they are seeing, they are saying, nobody is perfect, I don't want to marry a pastor, and they end up with an evil person by heart. Are we together? It's why many people end up being abused by their pastors, because when the pastors is texting them at 2 a.m. and how you doing? I like the way you dress. You are seeing the signs, but you are saying, this pastor can be prayed. Maybe God is telling you that these signs are a product of his intentions, but you ignore, and then one day they say, come, let's do special prayer, and you still go, and you are abused and you are confused. Many parents have seen fruit in their children that are bad, but they are saying, now still small pikin, now play they play. They are seeing fruits, and when the child grows with that character, you are wondering, how did we miss it? You missed it because we were making an excuse for that fruit when it was manifesting. We see these signs, and then we make an excuse. Nobody is perfect, and God is telling you that by their fruits you should be able to tell who this person is and who this person isn't. So see, it doesn't matter what you know a person to be for 20 years. Whenever you see a display of carnal fruits in them, begin to take note for a reason. Because every fruit we display comes from a seed. If that person displays the fruits of sin, the fruit of worldliness, the fruit of carnality, it is not about age or weakness. It's not about whether you provoke the person or not. That fruit comes from a seed in that person. You know, many of us, we don't even know our true nature until we are given certain things to handle. Then you know that in your heart lies a seed that has been germinating for a long time, waiting for the right time. Many of us are praying to God for power. Lord, if you make me wealthy, if you give me strength, if you give me wealth, I promise you, you will lead me. I will use the way you want me to use it. And then that the same person make them to be in charge of party rice in the wedding, and you will see that authority can produce something from their heart. Now that person did not become evil that day. That seed. That's why God has not answered our prayer, because you are seeing a prayerful girl, but God is seeing how God has checked her with party rice, and they are seeing that this one, if we give her 10 million today, even her parents will not talk to her again. Many of us have seeds on the inside of us that are just waiting for the right time to show forth itself. You think that you are holy. That's why I said, if I ask you now, are you a Christian? You start counting the fruits that you are showing. Meanwhile, Satan is somewhere hiding in your heart and is watering one plant, and he's saying, this one we will not rush it. Wait for her to marry. When she marries, marriage is frustrating. We will use that marriage to bring out this tree. And then when she enters marriage and the husband becomes wicked, then you see an unforgiving wife. Many of us say we have sin in us that the devil is just waiting for the right time for it to break out of you and bear fruit. By that time, to cut it will be very difficult. Now, if you want to rent a house and you step into the house and you see chandeliers, you see lights, You see all manners of the tiles are special, and then you look at one side and you see the wall peeling. What will you say? You will say something is wrong with the foundation of this house. Is that not so? So it doesn't matter how beautiful the entire environment is. The moment you see the fruit of that peeling wall, you immediately know that something has been wrong with the foundation from the beginning. They did not put enough nylon or cement or what have you. That is how our work with God is. The moment you see a fruit, it's not about nobody is perfect. Yes, the reason why it's like that is because every imperfect person has seeds in them that they are not, that refuse to pay attention to and to remove. And this is why I began by saying it is dangerous to see a believer producing bad fruit and you are making excuse for them. You are putting yourself in great problem.